Okay, let's try this problem. We've been given two reactions shown in blue that have their own equilibrium constant, and we're asked to find a third reaction shown in purple and the equilibrium constant of that reaction. So we need to build this reaction. We need to somehow manipulate these two equations shown in order to get this final result. So here's the way that I do it. I try it one piece at a time. For example, I say, okay, I need to do something to these equations in order for me to get two coppers shown on the left. Okay, I need to hunt and find copper. Where do I find copper? The first reaction, the second reaction, or both? Okay, copper is involved in the first reaction. There is no copper in the second, so I know I have to do something to this first reaction. Okay, let's take a look. I want copper on the left. This first reaction gives me copper on the left. That's good. I want two coppers. Right now I have 4 coppers. I need to make it into 2. So what I'm going to do in order to get from 4 to 2 is I'm going to multiply all of the terms inside my reaction by 1/2. If I multiply all of the terms, 4 divided by 2 will give me the 2 coppers that I need. So I'm going to rewrite that. 2 Cus as a solid plus 1/2 times 1 oxygen is 1/2 O2. And then finally, 1/2 times 2 copper oxides is 1/2 times 2 is just 1. So we get Cu2O as a solid. Now, if we go ahead and multiply all the terms by a number, what we need to do is go ahead and raise our K to that power. So our new K for this reaction will be 4.5 to the 1/2 power, or that's the same thing as the square root of 4.5. So far, the coppers are looking pretty good. Check. Now I'm going to go ahead and look at the next term in my goal. My goal is this purple reaction. The next term is oxygen. So I go find oxygen. Is it in equation 1, equation 2, or multiple? When I look for oxygen, I see oxygen in equation 1, but I also see oxygen in equation 2. What I do is skip it. Just leave it to the end. It will probably work itself out without you having to stress about it. If you see your chemical in multiple different reactions, leave it alone. Forget about it. Just go on to the next one. We'll see if it works itself out. So skipping this for now, let's go ahead and take a look at the next goal. The next goal was 2 copper oxides. Well, where is this chemical, CuO? Is it in our first equation, second, or multiple? So I'm looking for CuO. That's almost it, but not quite. CuO, here it is. It's only in our second equation, so we will only manipulate the second equation. So I want CuO on the right. I have CuO on the left. So what I'm going to need to do is reverse this reaction. If I go ahead and reverse this reaction, this time I'm going to go ahead and write the CuO, 2 CuOs on the right, 2 CuO as a solid, and on my left as my reactants, I'm going to go ahead and write Cu2O as a solid, and 1/2 O2 as a gas. Now, I have the CuOs, 2 CuOs on the right, and I'm also going to double check my number. I wanted 2 copper oxides. I have two copper oxides. So the only thing I did to this reaction is reverse it. If you reverse a reaction, then what you want to do is take the inverse of your K. So the new K, K2, is 1/2. Now, I've got this second one in position. I told you to skip oxygen earlier because it was in multiple reactions. I said it's probably going to work out. Well, let's do a double check. If I go ahead and add these two reactions up, let's see what I get. 2 coppers on the left, no coppers on the right. That gives me 2 coppers as a solid on the left. I have Cu2O on the left, but I have Cu2O on the right. Those are going to cancel out. I have a half oxygen and another half oxygen on the left. Well, that's going to give me a full oxygen, 1 full oxygen, O2. Ah, perfect. It worked itself out. Yes, good. Okay, so this is in good shape. And now finally, on the right-hand side, all I have left over is 2 copper oxides as a solid. So in fact, when I add these 2 reactions up, I do get my target reaction that I wanted. And if you add 2 reactions, what you need to do to the equilibrium values is multiply them. So the new value, K3, is going to be the square root of 4.5 multiplied by a half, and you get an answer of 1.1. I hope that helps. Take care.